This test match still has a lot of life left in it. When it finished on day 3, it did seem like the most plausible result was a draw. Of course, either team could have forced a win as well. But what we have witnessed, session number 1, day number 4, has really brought alive the test match. I don't know whether whatever we witnessed just now in this session had any residues of what happened in the last 5-7 minutes of day 3 or not. That is just conjecture. Maybe that is, an opinion that we will discuss. But whatever be the catalyst, whatever be the reason that may have ignited this fire, it has really brought this test match alive, where you're now looking at a result, and result either ways. But what India have managed, you'd have to say that if I was a bookmaker, if I was offering odds, I would now put India as the favourite after what we have witnessed in the first session of day 4. Yes, thoughts on what we have just seen?
I think
2 hours of play.
Fantastic, hyper-aggressive bowling from India. But it was also brainless, mindless cricket from England. Okay? I'll tell you why. Ball is keeping low. It is doing a lot from the wicket. It's still a relatively new ball. Ducket. What was he trying? Okay? But the symbolism of what is entirely wrong with this mindless concept called baseball was highlighted by Harry Brook. I'm sorry, Mr. Harry Brook played a shot that has ensured that, as what Nikhil said, the bookmakers would... What was the moment which turned the bookmakers think that, okay, India would be the favourites? It was that shot of Akash Deep. India had England rattled. Let us make no mistake about it. India had England rattled. Ollie Pope always is a first innings legend, but a second innings minnow. Again, out for 4, ball coming back in, out again. Then Joe Root is the only guy who can tilt the balance in England's favour. Let's make it very clear at this point. Stokes, time for him to come to form. Get rid of Jamie Smith, and that's it. India are having a firm toehold on this test match. So Siraj broke the gate open, hyper aggressive, but some minor controversies erupted. We'll discuss about that later. But everything wrong with England's baseball is symbolized in one particular person, in Harry Brook. He had hit a couple of scoops. He had hit a 6. Sweep. Akash Deep is not Shahid Afridi. Akash Deep bowls 85 miles per hour consistently. Shahid Afridi can bowl one delivery at 85 miles per hour. Sweeping him, and luckily and rightfully having his middle stump knocked back.
The keeper was standing up now, so he thought maybe.
But mindless in the whole scenario, mindless cricket.
But Jurel standing up for a fast bowler.
The ball isn't reaching. The wicket is so dead, and I think a very big reason, because Pawan also just asked me during that, why do keepers come up and keep on fast bowlers. I think a very big reason for that also, why Jurel was doing that, was that they want to prevent the English batters from actually stepping out and playing their shots, because there is no pace. If they stay in the crease, they're not going to get the kind of pace that they want to hit their shots. They need to actually step out to generate that power, and I think to stop that, Jurel, a very smart move with Jurel's or the team management or the captains, whoever it is, to come out and not let England batters really open up their play area and then result in the kind of shots than that what we saw from Harry Brook, to stay stationed in your wicket and then play those sort of shots.
I think Siraj and Shashwat, they have obviously summarized a few things. I'll just talk about I think 3 important talking points, of this first session. One, Zach Crawley has no idea how to face this,
Don't say that,
Indian attack.
Shashwat is,
I think
he rates him very highly.
I never said that.
I don't know. See, he is trying to do something against the Indian bowlers, but they clearly have the wood over him, getting the better of him consistently. It is Nitish Reddy now, twice in a row. Earlier it was Bumrah, Siraj. So clearly he has no idea. That's one of the most important talking points. Secondly, that Siddharth has mentioned, Harry Brook.
You can't keep saying that. You need to allow him to retort as well. Yes.
Yeah, please.
Nothing on Zach Crawley, I'd like to say. But I think the series is finally starting to, feel like an India-England series. Since
he did all the hard work, took all the blows in his hand. And what happens in Nitish Reddy comes and...
He'll be ruled out of next match, no? Jacob Bethel replaces him.
But again, the why...
He's been ruled out
Way
From
before.
the series, even before the series started, quite honestly.
But they're not
That
dropping him. They could have dropped him by now. But the only reason for that is that I think they don't have an opening option
Arey
as of now.
yaar, come on.
Who
They
will
must be
open?
in this entire country?
Bethel won't open,
I'll
na.
take any county batter and make
Sibley.
him open. He'll be better than Zach Crawley.
Sibley,
please.
they've gone
Don
past
Sibley, He
him.
recently scored a 300, but
But
yeah,
they've gone past him. They have no
Past
idea.
you can bring back Keaton Jennings if you want.
Oh, please. No. He doesn't know where
Burns, you can get
Stokes is.
Rory Burns.
But I think
But he was also same level only as Zach Crawley. Even Rory Burns is
no,
very
he was
similar.
At least better. He did score a few hundreds
Yeah.
in whatever limited.
500
I'll
to
take
even
from that,
Crawley have.
there's a under
Haseeb
19
Hamid.
series happening. Now, from
Yeah,
there only
yeah.
I'll pick.
No, they also used to have Haseeb Hamid, who came in India and scored a lot of
But he
runs.
was like,
Indian origin.
Yeah.
after that he did not
They
do
also
anything.
look past him, na.
Yeah.
But he came back. He made a comeback also for a very brief
2021
period.
series.
Yeah.
Ashes and also, but
His
after
career
the
was
Ashes,
He was a very good batter, in fact.
He was.
Yeah.
that's
He
the
doesn't
point.
have the tape, na, that Crawley has.
But yeah, moving on.
Point one.
Yeah, point two. Harry Brook. I think Siddharth summarized it pretty well. Brainless cricket. It wasn't required at all. Third point, and I think this has to be the highlight of this session. Shubman Gill's captaincy. I think first of all, bringing in Nitish Reddy ahead of Akash Deep, I think it did turn out to be a good move. You saw that Nitish Reddy was very much effective
that
in the
happened
first
by
innings.
default.
Yeah, that happened
Because
by default.
Akash Deep was not keeping fit, so he got a.
Oh.
Yeah, so Akash
Okay.
Deep, to start off, was not fit. He also, like Shubman Gill, like his captain, got a good 8-10 minute massage. So even before his side.
Then this point, I think, holds no importance.
So whichever way it happened, it proved
Yeah.
to be a lucky.
I actually did not
break.
read anything about that.
No, he was not. So Akash Deep is
Okay.
also struggling with a lower back issue, and it
Oh.
started with the day only. And like Shubman, first I saw that massage happening, and I was like, must be Shubman, but because he likes the massage, but it was not. So it is Akash Deep who's been getting, and I guess that takes me also to the point of why the wicketkeeper was standing in the front. One reason, of course, is to ensure that the batters don't take too aggressive an approach, but I think also because Akash Deep was a bit down in pace, so they got him to bowl, but he has a lower back.
Okay, like I did go through the commentary and all that stuff, but I could not really find anything about
No,
his
he
injury.
did. I saw him getting massage. Yeah,
Okay, nah, could not spot that.
that's
well,
okay.
yeah.
You don't see
Yeah.
every little bit of the match, but so that was a lucky break in the sense that Nitish Reddy had to be brought in before Akash.
But then it did turn out to
then
be
the
a good
massage
move,
worked,
yeah.
and then he said, "Okay, now I'm feeling little better.
Yeah.
I can
His
bowl a few,
celebration
but
was,
I may not be very quick, so let the keeper stand in the front." And then he bowled stump to stump line, of course aided by some brainless batting of Harry Brook.
Yeah, I do have like another point then. If Akash Deep, as you told me, I think it was Siraj's shoulder contact with the ducket was not required. You can show aggression, you can just go miles away from the batter, celebrate like anything, do whatever you want, but you cannot have this kind of a thing. I think let's just go back to 2018, that Kagiso Rabada versus Australia. He was also punished for a shoulder contact, although South Africa later appealed and his ban was withdrawn. But India cannot afford to lose Mohammed Siraj for the remainder of the series.
losing him, he's not even going to get fined.
No, he'll get
Absolutely, he'll get
I
fined.
think
sir.
Okay, yeah.
No,
but you won't
absolutely.
lose. I
You
agree.
won't lose him. You
But
won't
it
lose
is a
him.
shoulder contact. It is a physical touch.
See, I agree.
Level one
in
offense.
sport, there is no room for any physical contact.
Yeah.
But I think because it would be his first offense in the series. I mean, there is
First offense in the series.
So I don't think they will make him sit out of a match. I don't think he may be fine. I agree, but will not. Make
He
him
will get a level 1 offense of 15% match fee fine. That's it.
or maybe a little more.
The point
How much did Virat Kohli get when he got that shoulder barge?
18 na? 18.
Contest. Are to contest.
18 na?
What 18?
18%.
He got 18%.
Yeah, I think so.
Just because he's VK 18
No,
doesn't mean he
I
gets
think so
18%.
somewhere around this figure only. If I
15.
remember correct. 15.
Level 1 offense is 15% to
Yeah, would be
30%
15
fine.
then.
Sounds a bit.
Yeah, would be
In tribute to Virat
was,
Kohli.
Kohli was fined 20% of his match fee.
Yeah, that's
for
why
that altercation.
somewhere-
But 18.
But in
He's
that
VK 18.
yeah, 18
And they have a
20,
IPL
yeah,
trophy.
yeah.
Exactly.
Now they have. But I have looked
Delhi
at this.
Capitals does not.
And
I
he's
we
Mohammed
just saw.
Richards.
Yeah.
Honestly, enough of those jokes here. I mean, Siraj, he's getting away with it when there will be no action taken.
But you know,
But I've looked at it in a very different way, to be very, very honest. I haven't looked at it like I think lots of people are looking at it. I don't think it was intentional from Mohammad Siraj. I think the way I looked at it, if we can also see it once again over here, the way I looked at it was that Siraj was walking towards his wicketkeeper to celebrate. He was looking at Duckett. There's no doubt about that. Ben Duckett started walking after that, and I think he was the one who went towards Mohammad Siraj rather than Siraj coming towards Ben Duckett. That is how I looked at it. That is how I felt the situation was, because I didn't feel that it was intentional from Mohammad Siraj to go there and give him a shoulder pump because of taking his wicket. He definitely went closer, said come on his face and all of that, but I don't think the physical contact was initiated by Siraj. I think it was Ben Duckett who was walking past him and he decided to take that lane. He could have easily...
So you're blaming Ben Duckett for that?
Yeah.
I think it's a poor defense.
Yeah, I
it
don't
was
think
clearly
it is
Siraj's
required by Siraj should have
That's
gone
fine.
miles
You are
away
entitled
from-
to your opinion.
That is how I see it.
It is completely Siraj.
Yeah.
I mean, you're saying go into the thing. The ground is wide here. You don't have to go where the batter is. If I'm the bowler, if I really want to celebrate, there are 100 million ways for
I'm
me
just
to
going
reach
there
my
and I'm intimidating the batter.
I mean, to
After
say
dismissing
that it
Colin.
was Duckett's fault is you know, I mean, the pot calling the kettle black. I mean,
I
it is-
know that we are all
political
uber
alone.
patriotic, but this is...
No,
No,
it
it's
was
not-
started
no
by Siraj.
patriotic
Let's
or
be fair.
nothing.
Whether he gets fined or not, see, I have defended Siraj saying that I like his aggression, and that's how he is. He doesn't fake it. That it's not one time he's like that, other time he's a good boy. What he's shown is that is what he is, and that's fine. We need to accept each player with the personality that they come with. I accepted Virat the way it was. I accepted Shane Warne the way he was, and so on. And I accepted Alan Donald the way he was. Then that I like that. And to say that Siraj also has to be a good boy, no, I don't think there is any hard and fast rule that everyone has to be a Rahul Dravid. No, everyone is allowed to be. I agree, and in that front I defend Siraj. But to say that this was not Siraj's fault and that Duckett walked in, I think that's pushing it. Siraj wanted this. He went so close to it. He could have celebrated 10 steps away, 20 steps away, shown your aggression, which a lot of bowlers say. He didn't clearly do it. He came right next to him.
Yeah.
In fact, if you see Duckett, he was looking away. To credit to Duckett, he did not indulge in that. He just kept looking away and he walked off after getting out. He did not respond, whatever, which is fine how a batter takes it. But that whole barging thing, you cannot put it on Duckett. That was initiated by Siraj. It was done by Siraj. Whether he gets fined 15% for it or 50% or match, I don't know. But
For once, Siraj gets his aggression timing spot on and he blows it. Otherwise, every single point in time his aggression has been misplaced. Totally. When the horse is bolted, he's showing aggression.
But we talk about aggression. I think Indians were really riled up after what happened the other evening, just at the stroke of stumps.
I mean,
That Zach Crawley
see,
incident.
I said it earlier as well. I don't know how much Indians were riled up and they came and they bowled well. And Siraj, I mean, even if that incident wouldn't have happened, probably Siraj would have celebrated this way only. I don't see him celebrating any other way. I think if it has affected anyone, it is the English team. Because quite frankly, what we have witnessed in this first session of this test match, England have gift wrapped this test match and given it to India. I think from here on, India have an amazing opportunity to go 2-1 up. England have, you can look at any adjectives to describe it, but they literally have shot themselves in the foot. 4 wickets are gone. Now it is game on for India to dismiss England and be chasing a target. While I agree that the pitch is doing up-down, but it isn't that bad for England to have batted the way they did. We praised England for letting going of that baseball approach in first innings, respecting the conditions and showing the stomach for a fight and showing that we will stand up in these conditions and get the required runs needed. And they did. 387 they did, and that's why they were competing at an even level. What they have done here is there are multiple ways of looking at it. It could be one that whatever happened yesterday, they wanted to prove a point and show that aggression. If that is the case, good. They have committed harakiri, gift wrapped the test match to India, given it. Let's say that aggression is not the issue. Then the other way of looking at it is that England, with a little bit of up and down, do not trust their defenses. This team is so obsessed with baseball. They said that, oh, now it's up and down. I don't know when I will get out. I don't know when that ball with my name on it will come. So let me bat aggressively and coming out. That in itself is again a poor reflection of England batters and their technique, because if that is the approach that they did it, then they don't have any faith in their own defense. I don't think the Indian batters would do it. If Indian batters were in the same position, they would have dug their heels in and fought it out, respected the conditions, and the first aim would have been to bat the whole day. Once you bat the whole day, you get enough runs to at least ensure that, you know, our loss is out. Then you get the opposition in, but the runs are so much that they can't chase it. And what if I dismiss it? That situation England had, because of the virtue of being batting first. They were in a perfect position, but they have turned the situation around, and now India hold all the cards. India would like to dismiss them. I think this probably is the last recognized partnership in that. Okay, maybe Jamie Smith when he comes in. They will have to get the runs, because if they don't, and even if the tail contributes, I know it is an up and down pitch and the balls have hit, but it is not a pitch that you cannot chase a total. I think anything sub 300, India will fancy themselves to win this test match. And where England stand at the moment at 98 for 4, I don't see them getting 300. There'll be enough time for India and decent conditions for India to chase it down, provided they just bat according to the form that they have shown so far.
See, you have that much of confidence with India because they won't indulge in what Harry Brook has done. You can't see a KL Rahul sweeping a Jofra Archer. You won't see a Shubman Gill do that. They'll play copybook.
Basically, you're saying you won't see India do stupidity.
Exactly.
They can get out, good balls.
Yeah, good
fine.
balls.
They
But then
won't do
see,
stupidity.
you have to also understand that England are only down to 4 bowlers. I think Bashir may not be able to bowl. So an up and down wicket, because they have given the confirmation.
Stokes is already a little.
No, Stokes is fine.
bowling well.
Stokes is
He's
fine.
been bowling
Okay.
full tilt. I think the fifth bowler for them will be a Joe Root.
Joe
But I
Root.
guess the total that England will set,
Yeah.
I don't think there is any scope to go for the fifth bowler. If let's say whatever total they set, hypothetically it's 240, 250, whatever. In that scenario, you'll have to continuously bowl your 4 bowlers to have any chance of winning the test match, if they do see that happening. If you reach a situation where you have to go to a fifth bowler, a part-timer at that, a Joe Root, that means you're far behind in the game and India are dominating. And then you're just last throw of the dice, just bringing in a bowler to get something. But I think that would be a situation where, if that happens, if they bring the fifth bowler, it is test match would
Because see,
pretty
you
much
only
done
have
instead.
2 more stands, 2 more partnerships potentially that can develop. One is this, and the other is with Jamie Smith.
I think England's best batter of this series is yet to come.
Yeah, Jamie Smith.
That's the point. But I think
No,
if
best batter is Joe Root, yeah.
he has
For this series.
Yeah, I'm saying of the series, because Joe
Of
Root
the
has come to his own.
series?
Yeah, it's
in this
Jamie
test
Smith.
only.
Jamie Smith.
It's Jamie Smith. He got
I-
that
Run in the
He got
last
100 in that game.
He
First
got a
innings
very
also.
important 50 in this.
First
Yeah,
innings.
Root has got 100
100.
here. He got a 40 in one of the games.
He got 50 in Leeds,
And
second
he scored
innings.
184 in that Edgbaston test.
Who? Jamie Smith has 407 and Root has 233.
Oh.
Okay, so like I was talking about England's top 3. I think for Duckett, we've seen that he's still been pretty effective, but then when it comes to those challenging conditions, he hasn't really been able to score.
But he has the technique to, that's what I'm trying to say. He has the technique to have survived this and gone on to get a good total for his side. And the way he got out, he's basically gifting the wicket away. I don't think there was any need for that shot to have played. But he needed to grind it out, and unlike Crawley, he has the game to do it, is my point. An Indian batter would, do it, try it, give it a shot. Like a KL Rahul, you won't find him guilty of gifting his wicket away. Yes, you can get him out on a good ball, but he won't do it. Whereas that is where I think if I'm the captain, I'm catching hold of a Harry Brook, of a Ben Duckett, and Crawley, I'll let him go because I know that's the best he can offer anyway. I mean, so but everyone else, I'll catch hold of their collar and say,
But this
What are you doing here?
England's top 3, I think it's turning out to be their weakest link in the batting. Like if we remove Duckett, then I think Crawley and Oli Pope, apart from that 100 he scored at Leeds, I think it's pretty hopeless to expect anything out of them.
It sets up for a very interesting Ashes. Stuart Broad says Australia's top order is muddled. But does he know his own top order?
No,
His
at least
weakest?
Usman Khwaja has done something, you know.
But Usman Khwaja also, you know.
Big time he's struggling, Usman Khwaja. And
They may change Pope for a Bethel. It's a possibility.
Could be.
They will have to. The thing with Pope is he's a nervous starter. When it says you get him out in the first 30, 40, which is a good chance you can. It's post that he really comes into his own and gets that confidence. Get him out earlier than that, then
see, he's only a first test wonder. After that, his returns continue to
That
diminish.
India series also.
Of course.
But
Hyderabad.
I feel today England did not have a lot of options also. I think it was very clear that they were going to go for the win. There was no option.
what do you mean there is no option?
To
You stand
go
and
for the
get
play.
runs.
To go
You
to
will
play.
see what Joe Root will do.
Yeah, no, but the only
So
point
there
is
is an
with that they
option.
would have had to play the whole day to give at least 300, 320
But
runs.
that's what I'm saying.
And then tomorrow India would have easily, sort of played that out and gone for the draw.
So if I'm England, do I want to lose or do I want to win or draw? What would I want?
I'd want to win.
Yeah. And what is my
Or
second
draw.
option?
Or draw.
So the only way I can do it is by batting the full
Yeah.
day. What England have done
No, but
is
maybe if you want to win the test match, you'd want to give India at least 5-7 overs tonight, as in by the end of the day.
My point is 5-7 overs. How can you give? Let's say even if they're dominated, you're giving 5-7 overs. Why will you? Which team will do it to allow the opposition to win? India can chase it. No. India will have one full day. You don't get another chance to bat. So which team would have done it? I don't think England would have done it. England's only option was that you bat for 1 hour tomorrow as well. What do you do as a captain? You have to ensure that you don't give the opposition enough overs to chase it down as well. It's not that you've got a 500 run total. No, you would have had 280, 290, 300, which India can easily chase. Why will any captain want to give 1 hour today and then the full day tomorrow to chase it down and allow yourself to be 2-1 down? No. If I'm the English captain, I'm batting even 1 hour tomorrow. By which time, then I'm only leaving you 2.5 session. So there is only two things can happen there. Either you will lose by losing your 10 wickets, or at best we'll draw and we'll go home. I'm not going to allow you to win. But now what they have done
They've
is
given
good
India the
chance
best
that
opportunity.
India will bat, which means India will fancy their chances of winning. It's a nice, I can't even say Christmas because it's really far off, but I would have said it's an early Christmas present that England have given India, and they should not let go of that opportunity. It's a golden chance for India in a test match where they have consistently been behind the English team. What they have done is gift wrapped it and allowed them.
Best chance for India to take the lead, I guess.
Yeah, it is. I mean, see, England's, which is why there was a bit of optimism even when it was 387 still, because England's mindlessness to go for the win, it is this thing where they don't look at the situation and then they play these kind of strokes. I mean, I'm sorry. England may very well have their own PR campaign to ensure, we were going for the win, we wanted to make test cricket more entertaining. But I'm sorry, you can't make test cricket entertaining by playing brainless cricket.
And we have Rahul, joining us from the Lord's Stadium. In fact, Rahul, hi, can you hear us?
Yes.
Hi, Rahul.
I can.
So, I think first things first, a word on India's bowling, in the first session.
Well, in fact, I have been, but in fact, earlier in the day when I woke up today and I just looked at the sky, I was pleasantly surprised because what we've seen in the last few days, it's been very, very, very hot, and I'm sure the English batters would have done the same. And in the morning when they would have looked at the sky, I think they would have felt more pressure, not for this test match, but also that they would have to bat here in these conditions. Although it was to be subsided, but then I think if India are to win, and since morning I've been saying this, that if India are to win this test match, I think it has to be decided today. If England are to win this test match, it might be decided tomorrow. But for India to win, I think they have a golden opportunity here to pull them out for say about 180, 200. And I know the wicket, it has variable bounce, especially when you have somebody like Jofra Archer with that kind of pace. If you have variable bounce, it can be difficult. But I think India will fancy their chances. Anything around 270. Although I think that will be a tricky score. But if India can get them out to say about 225, 230, 235, 250. I think India has a golden opportunity not just to win this Lord's Test match, but to win this series. Because now that the first two Test matches are over, it is the series is locked at 1-1. So it becomes a three-test series. It becomes a three-test series, and now India can very well actually win this game.
Also, you just very interestingly mentioned that 270 might just be a tricky total. So what is that? And is there something in the wicket, or is the other conditions such that it's getting overcast, or is the wicket really deteriorating? Why do you think that 270 could be a tricky total for India to chase?
No, because I'm just saying that because you will be under pressure to chase a target, and also you know that target is to win a Lord's Test match. Secondly, the variable bounce. In fact, the odd ball that you must have seen, it just shot up after pitching. Zach Crawley, Oli Pope, we saw that against all the batters, how it happened. So that also would play on your mind. That is one thing. But start of the day, or maybe on day 2, day 3, if you would have told India that they'll get somewhere around 280, I think India would have taken it. Even England would have taken a score or a target of 280. But that's one thing. And I just heard somebody, I think Siddharth was saying that about the Baz ball, their approach and everything. I think that narrative has changed. At least this Test match, we've seen a very, very different narrative, because this is not the same England that we saw perhaps in the first Test match. After that loss in Edgbaston, England, for the first time, they chose to bat first. Ever since this, in fact, second time since this Baz ball era. And then suddenly, third day, we realized yesterday that could it be the first draw of this Baz ball era? And now what we are looking at, and remember the scoring rate in that first innings. So you usually, at least in the last 2-3 years, we've not seen this kind of an approach from the English team. So that has changed a lot. I think that is primarily because they also realize that this Indian team, they've got a very good batting lineup and a successful one. At times, in cricket, overhead conditions, ground conditions, the kind of wicket that you are playing on, the ball, the bat, all these things do matter. But then there is pressure as well. That can actually, you can struggle a lot with just pressure only. So that is what I think England, that is what did England in the first session at least.
Rahul, what is the gossip at Lords about what happened last 1 hour? I know the English players are not very happy. I saw David Lloyd tweet talking about the massage that Shubman Gill get. Jonathan Trott has also said not too many nice words about India. I'm guessing the world is divided. Indian former players taking India's side, former English players taking England's side. Is it like that? Is that how the press box is also feeling at the moment?
Not really, but actually everybody enjoyed what happened last night. To be very honest, everybody enjoyed. And Nikhil, I don't know what is your take on this. And I thought what Zach Crawley did yesterday, there was nothing wrong in it. What Shubman Gill did yesterday, there was nothing wrong in that either. Because everything was fine. It was just that, what Tim Southee in the press conference when he said that I don't know what they are complaining about. Even Shubman Gill is always lying around taking massage. So I think that allowed a lot of people amongst the... And you know how British media is. I remember before the Edgbaston test, what was told to Shubman Gill, and then the kind of line they took in the media, in the newspaper also, when India made those 3 changes for the Edgbaston test. They said that, India is actually... they've strengthened their batting only because they are playing for a draw and everything. So they do all these things. One person, I think Mike Atherton is one person. As far as wasting time is concerned, I think everybody is guilty. Be it the English team, be it the Indian team. I am including the umpires also. The umpires have also been guilty. Nikhil, if you see a 5-day test match, you would eventually lose out on close to more than a session. Close to more than a session in this 5-day test match.
33
So
overs
that
were
is
lost.
actually ridiculous. The umpires have not been able to control things. So yeah, today when Siraj gave Ben Duckett a send off, I saw the leg umpire coming to the Indian team huddle and was telling the players not to, in fact, telling Siraj and the Indian captain not to do the kind of things. I'm sure they will cope a fine.
What is
maybe,
going to be the
Shubman
fine?
Gill
Tell us.
or
Will Siraj be fined or not? And if yes, what is the fine? 10%?
See, it doesn't matter. You also know it. That is so. I was hearing. In fact, Mike Atherton day before yesterday or yesterday, I thought, made a very valid point. People. Somebody asked Kumar Sangakkara also. He is in the ICC cricket committee. That what are you doing? Kumar Sangakkara also said, we are helpless. We've imposed fines. We've docked points. We've done suspensions, we've done this, we've done that, nothing happens. You can't help it. So this test match has been carrying on, has been going on at its own pace. Do whatever you want to do, whatever. But Mike Atherton made a very, very valid point. See, he said that what you usually do is you suddenly realize later on day 4, day 5 that you are so many overs short, and then what you do, you get your part-timers on. They will bowl those long spells, and people actually, those who come here, they've spent 175, somebody 200 pounds to watch a cricket match. They want to see quality cricket, not your part-timers filling up for your lost overs. So that is one thing. As far as yesterday's, I think it added to the entire drama because the entire day's cricket yesterday was turning out to be a drab one, and suddenly last over all that happened. Suddenly it gave some spice to a lot of people. In fact, a lot of people, everybody has been talking about this. I'm sure you also must have done your entire show yesterday on this. In the morning also, the pre-match, the Indian team will be fired up and everything. KL Rahul rightly said yesterday, it's okay, fired up, but we have to win a test match, and that is our major concern. We would have been anyway, we would have been fired up to win a test match, irrespective of what happened here last night, irrespective of that.
No, actually, you're right. We did discuss that yesterday. But also one point we made that no matter how much spice is added yesterday, that is not going to win India a test match or make England win a test match. The main issue is both teams are there to win a test match. You can have bragging rights, feel happy, our team was more aggressive. Somebody can say our team was aggressive. What does that translate into? That's what is important. Which team goes 2-1 up at the end of this test match? That is important. Doesn't matter what else is happening at the end. Before we let you go, Rahul, we'll just take one question, and since you're there, you can answer that. Sridhar Saivarkar, one of our viewers, has sent a question. He says, England should have done what India did in Lord's 2021, give India about 70-80 overs and ask to chase 270-280 odd and put pressure on India to save the test. Now, that is what England should have done, but maybe now they won't have a choice only. They'll get all out and, give India. What do you think?
Yeah, now I think to start with, England would have thought maybe give India about 325, 330 runs to win and put them under pressure. Now, considering the situation they are in, having lost those 4 wickets for 90 odd runs, 98 or 96 runs, I think now they would be realistically thinking about somewhere around 270, 275, which you also said, because they've also seen that the nature of this pitch, and also because now perhaps they don't have much choice also. But we've seen how the English tail usually bats, especially somebody like Jamie Smith. They will go after the bowlers because they don't want to be in a situation where they lose a few wickets in a flurry, and suddenly they realize that we don't even have a score. So they will have to get some runs on the board. So I think they'll keep scoring. Of course, they'll try and save their wickets also. But yes, for me, match on, definitely India has a huge advantage heading into the next session.
Okay, Rahul, thank you for the latest updates. We'll let you go enjoy the game. It's about to start. And we'll just finish a couple of questions that have come in on our live chat. I'll throw it to the panel here. Slave of Freedom here says that India took 4 wickets because of what happened yesterday. How many of you agree or disagree?
Disagree. I'm in the disagree bracket.
Disagree.
Yeah, I disagree. What India did today is down to some good, as you said, plans by India, some decent bowling by India, and some pathetic batting, I'm not going to mince my word, by England. It had nothing to do with what happened yesterday. That's why I'm saying sometimes we think these things psychological and all to make a difference. At the end of the day, it is cricket that is going to decide who wins or loses. We can get excited on the sidelines, whether we are sitting miles away from here or we're in the stadium. It all adds to the spectacle that's cricket. I'm not denying that. I also enjoy it. You also enjoy it. We've kind of, agreed to back what Siraj does or what the Indian team did. And I think what you heard from Rahul as well, he said India were also within the right to get agitated. England were also within the right to do that. That's all fun. But it does not have impact on the battle between bat and ball. That I think your skills really come to the fore. But if you feel like that, then that's entirely your decision.
Yeah.
Okay. Apurva Thakur is saying...
About the Siraj ducket
okay.
bit.
He says that watch all angles and whatever. But just to let you know, Apurva Thakur, it's not about watching the angles. You're not getting my point. Whether he moved an inch because of which he touched Siraj or moved, it doesn't matter. A bowler has no business getting within breathing space of a batter and celebrating. Yeah. That is the point. Now, if I get this close and he's walking and it does happen that he's taken the first step and because of that first step he's touched my shoulders, that's getting into technicality. That's not the issue. I have initiated that by being in his face and screaming. I'm not supposed to be doing that.
That's exactly what I said.
There is a huge ground.
You
guys are getting technical that he took a step and that step touched him. Or
see, conveniently the likes of Apurva Thakur and everybody want to become geometry experts. And watch an obtuse angle thing. Watch that wide angle.
No, that's not the... No,
watch 360-degree angle.
No, but my thing is that you reverse the situation. Reverse the situation. If a Jofra Archer would have come and done it to a KL Rahul, I wouldn't have liked that either.
Exactly.
I would say this is no business Jofra. He can be aggressive. You go on the side and you celebrate like fast bowlers do when you do it. You have no business coming into the personal space. I would consider this as my personal space. You pee away from there. You want to scream from there, do whatever. It's not a physical sport. Don't come within my which he
proximity.
Was guilty of. Yeah,
that's what Nitish Reddy did when he dismissed Zach Crawley. He did show aggression, but he was like
didn't invade his personal space.
Zach Crawley. That's the point.
You're invading a personal space. That's not. I mean, you know, we all want India to do well. At the end of the day, we are neutral analysts, and we, even if we are neutral, there is something within us which makes us happy when India does well and India wins. That's fine. But that doesn't mean that we are going to ignore everything that happens. And a lot of time we criticize English media to do that. And if we criticize English media for not being, objective, for not calling a spade, and we are criticizing them, and if we are also guilty of doing that, then what's the difference, right? We're supposed to.
I mean, see, that is what even Faraz was saying. Sky showed Siraj was on his path with no deviation. Yes, his path was straight at the batter. In your face celebration. Duckett walked towards Siraj and Mike Atherton backed Siraj saying contact was unintentional. Okay.
That, again, as I said, that is fine. I don't think that Siraj wanted to physically shoulder barge him. I'm not even saying that for one. My point is that why do you have to invade somebody else's personal space? A bowler it is such a big ground. You celebrate any part of it. And I don't even mind staring. And I to credit to Siraj, he did not use any words that were offensive. Yeah. Come on and all is good, and he's screaming, that energy is coming out. He's a fast bowler, emotions are running high. Fine, and you can stare at him from here. A lot of bowlers used to do it. Now, as soon as I get within breathing space of him, where I can smell the toothpaste that he used in the morning, that's not fair. Yeah, that's exactly where he was. And now you're looking at technicality that I came and stood right here, but he took the first step, so you have touched me. It's like, it's like you standing and I'm intimidating you and screaming at you, and after some time you feel thing and you push me away.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I say, Dekha, you're the one who touched me.
But yeah, it's
I don't want
exactly
half
like
an hour
that. It's
kept came on
exactly
your
like
face,
that.
bouncing on you. So obviously
And I
he's
think
going to
for the
touch
first
me.
time in 4 days, there is some cloud cover at Lords.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good time too.
Perfect timing.
Dhanush is saying.
Not threatening though, but yeah, there's
Just
some
a
cloud
small white cloud cover, that's it.
Yeah.
Dhanush is saying Mohammed Siraj and Andre Nel in same match would be fun.
Oh, yeah. And he's retired.
Nel has retired.
But Srishant was no less a competitor.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
had fun that time also.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
enjoyed
what
it.
a India
Srishant
South
was
Africa
very
match
similar.
that
I was
could
at
have.
the ground. I saw it at the ground.
With
It was so
2007?
much- Six.
Six.
No, 70-20 World Cup
But
semi-final.
the whole fight was
And Joe
there.
Root has been dropped on the first ball of the
By
second
whom?
session. I think it is.
Oh, it
Gerald.
suddenly become cold as well, huh?
Yeah.
People
No
have
ball. It was
called-
anyways a no ball.
It was a no
Okay.
ball.
So he's not been dropped.
Satyam Singh, duck it shoulder, Nasir showed on TV, not Siraj. No, that's what I'm trying to say. It's not, the debate is not who moved first and who moved later.
Yeah. They are playing, Manav cautious, they are playing on a square field which has a slope, but the ball not fitting in those pocket handcuffs is where this game draws a line. Yeah, I mean, he's talking about the change of balls consistently. Yeah, it is a drop.
No, it was a no ball now.
Still,
yeah.
So not a drop.
Apurv
But if
Thakur.
you're standing ahead for a fast bowler, then these will stick or miss.
Yeah.
But that's a risk.
Was
to
it a
take.
no ball because of Akash Deep, or if the gloves
It's a
came ahead
front
of
foot
the?
no ball.
Okay.
Front foot.
Yeah. Apurv Thakur has a comment that bowler was going towards keeper, ducket moved in opposite direction of pavilion. Please watch the sky stream. It was confronted in the air as well.
Yeah, it was same thing. We've discussed that. So,
On the stream that he's watching. Okay. Root and Jamie, Afaq Ahmed is saying, Root and Jamie are the danger men. In my opinion, England would somehow manage to reach 280, 290.
280, 290 is comparative.
Yeah, I think this is actually India's weak link. They have been, they've always found it tough to get rid of the lower order and
Yeah,
of
but
the opposition.
even if they do, let's say I even give them 100, but even 280 still they don't reach. If I give that leeway to the tail, I think it'll be a amazing batting effort for England to reach their 90 for 4. So from here to reach 290, it'll be an amazing batting effort.
yeah.
I would not say
You need
England,
Stokes to step up for that.
Yeah, I would not say
Yeah,
England
but he
cannot
hasn't
reach
stepped
it.
up throughout the series.
Like I would not say England cannot reach it, but India's inability to get rid of the middle order and lower middle order in quick time, I think I would say that's still a possibility. England can do it.
Yeah. Rakesh Bhushan, we all know Bumrah makes Root his bunny. Agreed, Bumrah completed 5 overs on the trot. Walks in, Root and Gill could have given one more over, but he bought Reddy. Is Gill losing these smaller plots? But Rakesh Bhushan, before the final over, Bumrah did bowl to Root, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so again, see, in this session, you will see Bumrah go full tilt. Maybe he'll bowl another 5 over spell. So that's the thing when you look at it. And Rakesh Bhushan, still I feel, anything 200 plus will make Indians fight for it. Ball is doing a lot, and India, we all know, collapsed a lot in the past. Won't be easy for Indians. So yeah, it won't be easy.
But I think India should chase anywhere
250, 260.
yeah,
anywhere sub 250, you
they
can.
should chase it.
Yeah.
I know it's doing up and down, but England totally
Yeah,
awful and below par on the day with the bat.
exactly.
Last couple of comments. Ashish Dhar is saying India's headache is Jamie Smith can be a big
Yeah.
difference. And
Sridhar Savaikar, I think we have taken that. I think you gave that question to Rahul.
Yeah,
yeah, we've taken that.
Yeah.
Chalo,
So,
take your leave.
session prediction.
Session is started.
Yeah. I would say 180 for 8. England. Yeah. 180 for 8.
I'd say 180 for 6.
We'll go with 200 for 5.
Only 1 wicket in the session.
So he's a good
And
session.
100 runs.
Okay, we'll know whatever it is at the end of the
Okay.
session. Come and join us. Ooh. Akash.
Yeah, now he's gone back. Bye bye.
See you.
See you.
Tea time.